Hi, it is iYikKam time again. So after I released the YouTube on the success, the downfall, and the evolutions of Wing Chun Kung needed, I got many questions from our Wing Chun friends. And many of our Wing Chun friends asked me, is this serious? Is this critical? That Wing Chun need to reform or evolve as soon as possible? Well, by evidence we know today, it is extremely critical. Wing Chun can get wiped out if we are not careful. Okay, you see today in the forum, people have no understanding of what happened with Wing Chun and how the evolutions and keeping going to is still going on in the forums. Many people send me about this this Jing, Fa Jing, Sinking Jing, Grandmaster stuff. Okay, those are Tai Chi stuff, got nothing to do with the Wing Chun, and in fact it is not even accord to the Chinese fighting definitions according to General Chi Kwang, which is fighting is a high-speed exchange of momentum, a continuous exchange of momentum under high-speed condition. What is that? Those Fa Jing, all this thing, or be able to take the Jing and all those kind of stuff got to do with this. If one keeping going that way, is going to go vanish, okay? And that's actually misleading for past a few decades, that including all this internal and everything, which is on my other video. I showed that, you know, a lot of those stuff is just a marketing for past 100 years or so. Okay, Chinese martial art is not that. Okay, now let's recap on the creations of Wing Chun. We know per today's by evidence. We don't know who, but we know by evidence that first there's 1560 General Chi Kwang. We like it or not, he's the guy who reformed a lot of many things in Chinese martial arts, where today everybody is influenced by him. Okay, and using his teaching, 1560. And then we know that after 1560, there are many evolutions, including the Wu Beizhi, Wu Bixi of Mao Yanyi in 1621. Okay, and at that time, actually, based on General Chi Kwang, as I coined now the 4 momentum zone, is already evolving with that. Okay, now when it get to the Okinawan Wu Bixi at 1700, around 1700. So why is 1700? Because if you look at Wu Bixi, the 48 hand, okay, the 48 hand, in the beginning of the books, it wrote this. Okay, this is Uncle Zhen. Okay, this is so this is Uncle Zhen. Okay, this Zhen. Okay. So this is actually related to the white crane. Okay, this is Uncle Zhen's Zhen Li Su. Okay, a white crane document. Okay, classic from White Crane Fujian. Okay, so and this Fujian White Crane teaching, we know that it is mid 1600 or late 1600. So by 1700 or mid 1700, early 1700, you can find that it is already evolved into the Wu Bixi 48 hand type of comprehensive technology. Okay, which is playing in the 4 momentum zone. Okay, now in the same time, the Shaolin actually evolved the short strike art. Okay, the Shaolin. So we know that the book, what we quote before, is 1784, but that is can be retracted back for 100 years. So at the 1700, early 1700, we know all this exists, and then Wing Chun actually is using the platform of the Shaolin short strike. It fills in the Mei Zhuang for the body handling or the physiology training development, and then the white crane from Fujian. Okay, so it creates Wing Chun. Okay, so we know that at the time of 1700, okay, early 1700, Okinawan Bubishi, the 48 hand, already exists. Okay, this is the 48 hand, and if you get the book from our friend Grandmaster Patrick McCarthy, okay, the Bible of Karate Bubishi, you can see that. Okay, you can see this kind of thing. Okay, so no matter what, we know that the Okinawan Bubishi, which is very likely exists in the late 1600 or 18 or 17, early 1700, it is have great influence from the white crane of Fujian. Okay, based on what I show you, Uncle Chun and so forth, right? Now, let's look at what is the Bubishi's technology at that time, which is cover. Now, when I mean Bubishi, I don't mean the Chinese Bubishi of the Mao Yanyi 1621. I mean the Japanese karate, sorry, the Okinawan karate Bubishi. Okay, now, if we look at that, okay, if we look at this thing, the 48 hand. If we look at this 48 hand, we know the comprehensive, it already exceeds what Wing Chun, as what I mentioned on the other video, on only the change punch there. We know it's already, at that time, 1700 already exceed that. So at the time of creations of Wing Chun already, there's comprehensive technology. Now, if we look at Grandmaster Patrick McCarthy's video, okay, on showing or presenting the Bubishi, okay, so I show you, this is in YouTube, techniques of Bubishi introduced by Grandmaster McCarthy. You see this takedown, the third zone, okay. Let me show you a part so you can go to the YouTube and, you know, watch this video. And, you know, Grandmaster Patrick McCarthy did a very good job. Okay, you see this thing, the takedown? Okay, look at that. So this is the third zone, see this? And the techniques. Okay, so you know there's a lot of comprehensive stuff is already exists in 1700. Compare that with today's chain pan, tanda. Actually, Wing Chun have already lost many things. Imagine if you just have a change pan or tanda stuff in the 1700, you're going to get it alive. Okay, so you say, well, what is the proof? Okay, let me show you another Bubishi records. Okay, look at that. This is the Tanda type stuff. This is people going down. Okay, third and fourth zone to take you down. You can have all your chain pan and your Tanda as fast as you want. People take you down this way. And this is about momentum. Okay. Now, so this is not like, oh yeah, you know, posture or techniques. No, it's the whole handling of momentum, as what we see in the Grandmaster Patrick McCarty's video here. If you see that, let me show you this. Okay, you see this? It's not just a drawing. It's actually the full momentum stuff. Okay, you see this? So how is one, like today you use only the chain punch, that type of momentum, to face this even in 1700? Okay, so we know this exists in 1700. Okay, they just go down, third, fourth zone, take you down. Okay, now we need to also watch out for here. This one, okay, this one, this is a version of Bubishi. Over here, this is called Tuanta, short strike. Okay, short strike. And so this is, if you look at that, it's like a hugging him, and this guy is using short strike, this hugging him, so he win, this guy lost. Okay, if you look at that, okay, that techniques there, okay, that is actually the Wing Chun Keizang, okay. So if you look at these techniques, he get close in, he used the Keizang, and then he used the Biuji. Okay, but he has to get this close in. This is sticking body short strike of Wing Chun. That's why here it says short strike, okay? So it is Keizang and then the Biuji or the Cha, okay? Keizang and Cha, right? That is according to what I present to you in the 1840 Xiu Lim Tao, the iYikKam from the iYikKam Xiu Lim Tao, right? But remember I said that you don't use this kind of bong on the high, you use Keizang, and that's how it is. Okay? So this all belong to the Bubishi. Okay? So right now what we are facing is, by this evidence, you want to do all this Tanda and get taken down by the third zone, the third momentum zone and the fourth momentum zone, as already show you here. Okay? And do we want to keeping doing this kind of bong sao and we miss the Keizang and the Biuji here, you know, in the close range where people hug you, want to take down or get into the third zone, get into the third zone. Okay? You want to discard that thing and still going this and tan bong fok. Evidence already show 1700 they already have that. So if you look at what today's Wing Chun have, how far is that? And as we see here from Grandmaster Patrick McCarty's presentation on the Bubishi, on the takedown stuff, those are all momentum. It's not just tan da, la da, bong. It's not that. It's the entire thing is the momentum and it change. This is just a sample. What Grandmaster Patrick McCarty present is just a sample. And of course, in the real life, it's like an MMA thing change because of your opponent change, and that's what the General Chi Chi Guang said. It is more continuous exchange of momentum, high-speed exchange of momentum. That's what fighting is about. And while we are here, okay, we are good in the chain pan, that's our success. And then got into this Tan Bong Fuk, if everything of Wing Chun, try to use the Tan Bong Fuk to explain everything, the World War, miss out all this thing, and miss out what really happened in the Chinese history, and then keep getting into those Tai Chi push hand stuff. What is that got to do with this? This is a real thing, okay? And today people say, oh yeah, MMA is for sport. Well, at this time, and General Qi Ji Guang time, between 1650 to 1700, these people it's not sport, this is fighting for their life, okay? So where is this chain punch and Tan Bong Fuk stance? And where is this internal Wing Chun? I have this push hand, Xing Qi to Dan Tian stand. Well, where is the stand? So we need to ask these questions. The system, the Wing Chun, need to reform ASAP, or else it's going down. Like the Tai Chi people, get taken down, they KO by the MMA Xu Xiaodong in China. What did they do? We are lucky. We have all those, and our stuff is based on General Qi Ji Guang and Shaolin, and we know even for today, like this is a white crane, this is a bubishi, Okinawan karate bubishi. We have all this to find out, oh, our ancestor already at that time have this technology. It's like today, if people want to find out the iPad technology, they can come in to check in, oh, at that time there's Google, tablet, there's Apple tablet, there's iOS, then they know exactly what happened instead of sitting in the recliner and daydream. Oh, I have this push, Fa Jing. Oh, you push me, Fa Jing. Are you serious? Can you use those things in MMA at all? If you cannot use in MMA, can you use in the 1700 when life is have to base on that? Have to rely on that? So sometimes, all this Hong Kong movie and all this internal propaganda, I see it is really, really screwed up. Okay, the real thing, and the Qi Ji Guang real thing, all this real thing, people don't look at it, and keeping fantasy. And you can see today in Chinese martial art, there's one thing, it's like they're keeping drawing, oh, from this grandmaster passing to the other grandmaster, passing to, and then I'm this grandmaster, I learned from all this grandmaster. Seriously, what do you learn? Okay, what do you really study? Because, as I show here, so how are you going to handle this with your chain pan? How are you going to handle this? This is 1700. This is the technology of 1700. Okay? So why is it this Keizhang, which is the creed in the 1840s say clearly, Keizhang is you use the gut, your chest, and then you're going to strike at close range at your chest, and then this is the Biuji. Where is it? Why everybody doing this? That's why I said, the MMA guy, if he want to go to third zone, it's very simple. Just lift this up. My body, my center axis will be tilted apart and it take down. Go behind me and choke me. You want to go that way, or you want to go reality? Okay. Now, I'm not getting mad at anybody. I just get really, really sad and frustrated here. Why do we 4 million people march into this? And if we don't take care of it now, you expect, you know what is going to happen, okay? So I'm not speaking on behalf of I'm the grandmaster. No, I'm speaking as one of the 4 million Wing Chuners who practice Wing Chun. Those grandmaster with a big name top up there, Dean is their responsibility to look at this issue right now and say, hey, let's do a change. It's got nothing to do with lineage or whoever. Because we know Wing Chun going down. Why is going down? Because Wing Chun already lost a lot of things which exists in 1700. Wing Chun had already go off tangent from general Qi Guang and the Chinese martial art teaching and go into what? Movie. Go into what? Tai Chi stuff. Well, what is that got to do with Wing Chun? Okay? So this is to share with you today. It is really serious stuff. Okay?